A project is a temporary effort that is undertaken to create a unique product or service. A project life cycle includes the four stages, and they are project initiation, project planning, project execution, and project closure stage. And in this presentation, we'll discuss in detail that what are the necessary steps to be considered during this project life stage. In the project management life cycle, project initiation is the first stage. The following steps needs to be taken into consideration in the project initiation stage. What are those? Identification of the problem, identification of the scope of the project, deliverables and the key project stakeholders, development of a business case, and establishment of a project offices and the project members. In the project initial stage, it is also decided that project's progress will be concluded as S-shaped or J-shaped part together with the following four interrelated objectives: to meet the budget amount, to complete on schedule period, to generate objective deliverables that meets the client's expectation, and to minimize the risk factor from the project. Both project selection methods are numeric and non-numeric and have their worth. But from the financial perspective, the discounted cash flow is the best, but the weighted scoring method is the most useful one. The selection of the project manager is very important. Project manager should be competent and should have the negotiation skill, conflict resolutions, and the persuasion skill, and responsible for making the trade-offs between scope, schedule, and the budget that are purely needed to ensure the project success. A planning phase is the second stage of the project life cycle and is the backbone of the project. In the planning phase, a key team member, outside suppliers, vendors, and the contractors may need to be involved. Project charter has a great importance in the project planning. The multiple elements which are required in the project charter and fall into one of the following categories includes: objective of the project, purpose, overview, risk management, schedule, personnel and stakeholder of the project, resource requirement, and evaluation. It becomes an operational project charter when all the key stakeholders of the project have signed off on the project plan. The work breakdown structure, you can abstract a list of all tasks managed by a task level from the WBS. You can also develop the RACI matrix, which clearly shows the responsibility of each individual or group member who are the part of the project. Mind mapping can also greatly enhance the planning process of the project. Risk management in the project management is important and vital. The primary responsibility of the project manager is to manage the trade-off between scope, time, budget, and risk. Risk management entails risk identification and planning, quantitative and qualitative risk analysis, risk monitoring, risk controlling, and risk responses. Project budgeting is a challenging and difficult task due to the lack of experience. The top-down project budgeting method is usually more acceptable overall, but it includes significant error for low-level project-related tasks, while bottom-up project budgeting method accurate for low-level project-related tasks and potentially costly ones. The project schedule is simply the project plan, which should reflect all of the project activities work associated with delivering the project on time. There are different techniques or formats used for effective scheduling activities, which are PERT, CPM, Gantt chart, task list, simulation, and calendar. After completing the project planning stage, the project execution stage is started, where the physical and the human resources are granted, which are specifically used by the project team to meet the project objectives successfully. To manage the resources in a good shape, it seems necessary to optimize the use of limited supply, and trade-offs must be made comprehensively. Due to its simplicity and effectiveness, CPM, critical path method, is a very much common and popular method in the construction industry. Critical path method generates a graphical view of the project activities and calculates how much resources and time is required to complete each activity. Resource loading initiatives are considered immediately after the CPM graphical view of the project activities, wherein the resources Loading is shown as a list of the amounts of specific resources distributed for use on specific project activities at specific times which are essential against the project calendar. Allocating scarce resources of the project among multiple projects is more complicated and difficult. The shape of the project life cycle helps and support in determining whether or not resources can be borrowed from ongoing project activities to supply delayed activities with critical resource needs. To avoid unnecessary delays and inefficiencies, critical chain concept is utilized in which feeder time buffers are cut severely to change the behavior of the project team. A project buffer is also used to be added at the end of the project, and time buffers are added to the project resources that also feed bottleneck resources. Project closure stage is the last stage of the project life cycle. In the closure stage, eventually the project is terminated either slowly or quickly, but the way it is closed out will have a big influence on the quality of life in the organization. The management needs to make a rational decision when to terminate a project. Generally, it happens due to the probability of a commercial or technical failure. Usually, management takes a decision in two general situations: the degree to which the project has met its predetermined goals and objectives, and the degree to which the project succeeds against a set of criteria associated with the success. Initiating the termination process of the project is a very sensitive and challenging. Generally, management requests to the PM to initiate the process of termination, which is not a good option. It is appropriate to decide by the management committee of the organization to initiate the termination process run by a termination manager, which is executed as a project in itself. At the end of the project manager has to prepare a final report of evaluating the project in a broad ways, which can highlight the project performance or structure used during the project and project member team. The primary objective of preparing such reports to improve and develop the future project of an organization.